Don't ever dent my hair. You know how I hate it when you dent my hair.
Suicide, are you gonna call or what?
First I'm combing. And then I am calling.
That thumbnail probably is, it's probably not the best one I've done. But, what can one do? So, yeah, did you know that there is a sequel to the Steve Martin film, The Jerk? But the thing about it, this was a made-for-television film.
Nathan, you're a soft-hearted guy, and the world can be cruel. But no matter what anyone says, you're nobody's fool.
It can be served as a TV pilot for a show. But, well, that didn't happen. Didn't happen. And basically the film is a reworking of the film The Jerk. In this case, but the way it's reworded is that we have Devin Johnson, who basically ends up trying to go meet a pen pal. In this case, his friend Marie, and trying to say, okay, he's going to go to her wedding, and basically he ends up meeting some friends along the way. In this case, Diesel and his group, who are just having a lot of fun on the way to his destination. And at the same time, love happens. For this film, I will say that, well, yes, you have the, since this was made for television, you have some things that I think, make this film, at least I think it works, is yes, the film relies on the use of slapstick.
Los Angeles. What track? That one!
Thank you, Mr. Porter. You've been a very big help.
It relies on physical humor, which I'm a big fan of that. I grew up with the Three Stooges. That was a era of comedy, a type of comedy that I loved, and my kitten is trying to get in, so that's the reason why you hear that she wants to be with me, I guess. And I'm just trying to say, no, kitty, I need to be alone for this. But, the thing that makes, say, yes, as soon as we're introduced to the character of Nathan, say, when he is, he, say, kids are making fun of him, they're trying to trick him, all that, whether it's, trying to, say, hey, there's the egg, it's actually a baseball, or, hey, they're trying to say, hey, say, now, Nathan, here's this red, fabric, you need to make this bull try to, sneeze. And it's just, see, at first, you think, okay, you're gonna try and you're trying to, say, get him to get hurt.
That's it. Now the other side.
I don't get it. I mean, that bull's a killer.
How did you do that?
David!
But I like the way it plays with your expectations. It kind of tricks you in a way. And eventually his family says, okay, well, Nathan, we're glad that you're going out to the world, and we're glad you're going to go meet your friend. And, you have these little silly moments, say, hey, he's going to, he's going to go, to the train station to, talk to one man, because, he's only told, you need to talk to Porter, because he will give you the right bit of information. And after that, he starts to walk it to, he's trying to, like, get to, I think, LA? Well, one thing he ends up doing is he ends up meeting, a group of, hobos, who are basically, like, saying, oh, this guy could be easy. We could trick him, play cards, and steal his money. And, like, play multiple games. And, well, like, each time they play a game...
Oh, boy! This is fun, isn't it? Okay. What do we play now?
He wins. So they say they try to say, okay, we're gonna try again. We're gonna try this again, and we're gonna have a different result.
Person. Oh, boy! I like new person poker.
And every time it's still the same. Well, after, each time they go, say, okay, well, we're gonna go on an adventure. We're gonna, they just go somewhere else. And, well, they try to, like, run away from him and all that, take his money. And eventually they go, say, you know what would be a good idea? They end up going to, a gang place. Like, not a gang, but a biker place, and then, say, okay, we're gonna play cards again to, win some money, and that's when we, say, at that point, he's doing good. Heck, we even learned that he is, he really likes lemon meringue pie. And I like lemon meringue pie, too.
A nice piece of lemon meringue pie!
It's not, maybe I'll, instead of, say, a cake, maybe I'll say, hey, I want lemon meringue pie as my birthday, for my birthday. But, well, see, some of those goofy moments are funny, whether it's, say, him getting, the physical humor, it's kind of funny.
I don't? You just gotta be dead.
At the same time, yes, this was supposed to be made for television, so it's, instead of, the sexual, humor that you would have seen from the film, you have, say, goofy thing is because Navin, say, in the TV show, and the TV film, he is more, he's, he's probably silly, but at the same time, it seems like he has a bit of a heart of gold. Eventually he's able to make it to Marie's house, and they say, she's like, Naveen, say, we finally meet, bud. And you have these cutesy moments, say them, say, doing some goofy things, say, rolling around in the grass and all that.
Oh, God! God! No! You're caught! You're caught! What are you gonna do? No! Okay. Oh.
Just, say, oh, I need to find a guy who would be willing to do that. After which, he discovers, say, oh, he meets her, propose, her, intend to be, and all that, a prince. And then, they have, say, card game tricks and all that stuff, say, hey, he's gonna do some card games and all that. I do love, one of the magic tricks he does.
The egg is in your pocket. And if you don't believe me, I'm supposed to ask you to hit your pocket. Yeah. Oh, don't do it.
Yes, this film is silly. It's goofy. It's, it's kind of, just, it's not offensive. It's not trying to be. At the same time, say, if you're, say, you're going from The Jerk with Steve Martin, and then you're going to TV film lane, it's just, say, okay, well, this is unfortunate, But what they're trying to do with, like, say, with the writing and all that, it's not, like, say, okay, you get what you're doing, and it works. And Naven and Murray, they try to run away with each other, and because the prince, he's like say, oh, he's basically just like say, okay, he's doesn't have the money, so that's the reason why.
We'll all be sitting pretty.
Yeah, well, if you ask me, the boss will probably blow the Van Buren fortune just like he blew his old man's.
Hey, what do we care? As long as we get that back pay he owes us.
While he's doing this wedding thing, he spends all his money on. He spends all of his money on other ladies. Well, after that, like say, Naven goes like say, you mean I need to stop the wedding and all that, and then he ends up getting held hostage, and he calls Marie to like say, hey, I'm being held hostage, please, I'm gonna try to save you, and then like he ends up getting saved by his friend Diesel, and the moment in which like. Because there was, like, say, several more tries to, like, say, oh, so this is a musical. And I'm just, like, say, okay, like, I wasn't expecting that.
Very strange but nice. Your heart goes pitter-patter. I know just what's the matter, because I've been there once or twice.
I hear music and there's no one there.
There are moments on this film where it just becomes musical. And I'm okay with this. Mostly because, like, say, you're talking to a girl who likes musicals. Well, but yeah, like, say he, like the princess, like, say, okay, when she's going to go down, like, you need to be, like, do the, instead of, like, dum dum de dum, dum dum de dum. Dum dum da dum. It's dum 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 da dum 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 da dum. Like say 20 beats quicker. And like say even the father's like say, you're a sneaky rat, aren't you? You're a sneaky man.
Do you, Marie Catherine Van Buren, take thee, Marco Friedrich Rudolfo Philippe? Now,
and I keep thinking like say like eventually Naveen is trying to stop the wedding. Like Diesel and his friends are stopping it. Like Diesel's dressed as a clown to like try to stop the wedding and all that.
hold your peace.
I have a point of order here. If the soon-to-become bride... Get him!
The slapstick of this is fun. It's fine. It's silly. It's not like, say, if you're not big into the slapstick, it's not like going, you're not just gonna go, say, like, say, you're not gonna go, like, roll your eyes to it. At least that's not how I see it. It's not like, say, oh, the, slapstick and goofiness isn't, it's not trying to be, like, violent with it, I guess. But, they stopped the wedding, and you're thinking that, like, say, I love how the one of the lead, butlers basically, they say, these two work well for each other. These kids work good. And eventually they are able to run away and fly away into a balloon.
I've got it! Carl! Where's the steering wheel? Steering wheel? Oh, very good, sir.
And I do love how it ends with the, like, say, them, a kiss and all that.
Except this.
That's right, Navy. That's right. Put your hands on the love handle. Oh, but overall, yeah, I didn't think this was At first, I was like, say, my original intention was to go say, to have the thumbnail where I'm going to say, and all that, but I was like, saying, no, that's not fair. That's not a fair way to view this film. Because, like, say, yeah, this film has some good things about it. At the same time, I can understand, like, say, why critics weren't so positive about it. Because, hey, you're going from the film with Steve Martin, like, it has some great moments, to this. So I can understand, like, there's a bit of upset. But, yeah. Like, at the same time, I can say this. If this had went to television, it wouldn't have lasted more than, at the most, 3 episodes before the, the ratings, or not, the viewership said, hey, no. But, this is just how I see it. See ya!